Alright, next up, since we're still talking about Poland, another band from Poland on this list, Pesty. Great band. Again, this is a more newer band, a lot newish. They started in 2010, Poland, but this is one of the bands, when I first heard them, they really grabbed my attention. The visuals are great, music videos are good, very dark, gloomy. It captures that with the music and the vocals. Really caught my attention. And the album that came out in 2022, Black Bile, that's on the list here. Pesty, Black Bile. That album is so fucking good, man. And the song that really caught my attention on this is the track Numinous Catastrophe, I think is the name. Riff, and it's just so catchy. It's so different from typical black metal. I like the vocals too. They sound black metalish, but they're kind of hoarse sounding, almost kind of hardcore-ish. But I don't even want to say that. It's kind of like a hardcore band, but raspy, dry sound. But the riffing and then the production is cool, but the vocals excellent, a little different. But yeah, I would definitely suggest that Black Bile album. Came out, I think, on Seasons of the Mist, whatever the fuck it is. Great shit. And as always, Poland seems to have a great history of releasing great black metal. Moving on from there, I want to talk about another album. It's kind of, it's totally underground, people don't know about, but it's a one-man project. It's an American band called Endless Blizzard. Started in 1997, California. They were on the label blackmetal.com, which I remember back 10 years ago or so. They used to put out a lot of good shit. Very cool stuff. Actually, I have the LP. I'll add some. Yeah, the LP is nice. The gatefold, very cool cover. I remember back then this band got a lot of flack with people talking ill about it, saying that it was a Leviathan clone, the Leviathan other one-man project band. But I disagree. I think Endless Blizzard is a really pretty cool, catchy sound to it. It does have the same feeling as Leviathan. It's one of those albums you just put on. It's mood-inducing. It's not like there's catchy thrash hits on there. It's just I don't want to use the word monotone. It's just a blasting, mood-inducing album. Yeah, it's really good. Well, the album I'm talking about is Remember Your Death. It's on 2008, blackmetal.com. That was a label back then. I think it was, blackmetal.com was ran by a female, if I'm not mistaken, which was pretty cool. But they put out some good shit back then. I don't even know if it's even still active. But this album, back when it came out, it got some little bit of hype, and then people talking shit about it, sounding like Leviathan. But since then, I don't really hear people talk about this band anymore. I would suggest you take a look at it. It's very good. They had that, and I think they had a split also with a band called Grom. Not Grom from USA, Grom from Ukraine. From USA is different. So I start fucking crying about that band. Ukraine. But Endless Blizzard, check that out. It's you may or may not have heard of them, but I think it's kind of a forgotten gem, if you will. All right, moving on. We're going to go to Belgium. Let's talk about a band from Belgium. enthroned. They're still around now. They're very known, well known. I wouldn't say they're considered, well, they are pretty classic. I mean, they were around from pretty much around the second wave, 93, when they started out. They've put out a lot of classic albums, but for me, I picked them to put on this list because I want to put actually their 1994 promo, 6-track promo was put out as a cassette tape. You know, for being back then, the production was pretty good. It wasn't just complete raw shit, which I like that too. But the production on here is pretty fucking good, and I've always liked this cassette tape. And the reason I want to put it on here is in 2021, Medieval Prophecy Records actually reissued this on vinyl, and they did a magnificent job on this. Great layout, even the inside. There's a great booklet with all kinds of lyrics and interviews and pictures and all kinds of promotional items. I mean, that is how to do a proper reissue. When I saw it, I already had it on tape, but just the fact that it had all this extra shit, I had to buy it, man. It was really good. A lot of you may already know the story that they released that cassette, and that kind of started their career for putting out albums. And their drummer, Shermanos, he played on that original one, and that LP is dedicated to him, but then, as you know, he committed suicide. He hung himself. Fucking crazy shit, but the band kept on moving on without him. He's dead, obviously. But you haven't heard it? You probably already have. You're on this channel, you like black metal, classic shit. I'm sure you heard this, you know this album, but the vinyl reissue, fucking good, man. They did that right. Proper aesthetics, good booklet, everything. Check it out. Then moving on, we're going to go to a band from Finland. It's actually another one-man project. It's Clandestine Blaze from Finland. Another band with controversy. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But they've had a nice, the guy, Nico Aspa, who plays in the band, does all the instruments. Long discography. They did a split LP with Satanic War Master, which is really good. But the album I want to talk about today is New Golgotha Rising. Really cool cover. I think it works really well. This band is good though. Nice, raw, almost Dark Throne-esque Burzum sound as far as the raw feeling to it. Sounds good. And also what I like about this is it's a one-man band, but there's real drums in it. I am just not into programmed drums. You hear a lot of these one-man projects and it's drum machine. I fucking hate that shit. The only time I want to hear drum machine is if I'm listening to electronic music or if I'm listening to Godflesh, which that's fine on that, but black metal, I cannot stand programmed drums. It sounds like shit. But Clandestine Blaze, real drums on here, sounds raw as fuck, sounds good. Nico Aspa also runs Northern Heritage Records. You might be familiar with that. I don't know. It put out some cool stuff too. But Clandestine Blaze has a long discography of a lot of shit. But I would definitely say check out New Golgotha Rising. It's that raw, early Dark Throne sound, but again, not like a total clone. It kind of reminds me of the same kind of feeling of a Judas Iscariot, kind of, in that vein. Excellent stuff, man. And next up, we're going to talk about another American band. US black metal, there's been some great bands from America. And early on, everybody talks about Vaughn and Copenhagen, stuff like that, which, yeah, it's classic shit, but there's another band that was around early on called Masochist, and I think they don't get just due because they released some good, raw shit, a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff, and they went on, some members went on to form or play in Wind of the Black Mountains and Summon another band, but Wind of the Black Mountains is very good. It's almost like a carrying on of Masochist, the same kind of style, but Masochist, they never actually released an actual full length, but a bunch of EPs, demos, and stuff like that. The album I'm talking about is Mordant Records released a history CD, double disc, 92 to 95, covering all their shit there. 7 inches, Eve of Anti-Creation, just a bunch of shit. Fuck Your God, 7 inch, just a bunch of different stuff. Rehearsals, demos, live stuff. Great release, and this is just raw shit, man. There's some points where the blast beat sounds like the guy is about to fall apart, like you can't even keep playing, but it just, even though some aspects are played well and some are not, it just works, you know. It has just that perfect raw human element to it that just feels barbaric. This band here, Masochist, you need to check that shit out. If you can get a hold of that CD, it has all that stuff on there. It's actually streaming as well on Apple Music, I think. But for me, this excuse me, these kind of fucking albums, you need to have the originals. You can look at the pictures and shit in there, and the track listing to know exactly what each release it's from. Because these kind of albums they put on Amazon or Apple, whatever, they don't specify all that shit. It just has the picture of the cover and the song titles. It doesn't explain this is off this 7 inch, this is off this 7 inch, it's off EP. But Masochist from USA, definitely check it out. Fucking raw shit, wonderful. So, lastly, we're going to talk about another band from Finland, Blood Chalice. Great, just brutal, very much in the vein of blasphemy, black witchery, that kind of war metal, just pounding, aggressive, just brutality and shit. And their album, Sepulchral Chance of Self-Destruction, came out this year, 2022. I listened to it, and it caught me. It's just great, just brutal shit. Vocals are almost death metal-ish, almost. Great pounding, barbarian type shit. And also, just look at the interviews with the guys, you can tell they are like fucking barbarians. They lift weights, you can tell they're like somebody don't fuck around. That's how it should be. See a black metal band, don't want to be hard ass shit, man. They'll fuck you up, and they're also evil as shit. That's the way it should be. And that's why I like Blood Chalice. You know, it's all about it. Even though they're not wearing, you know, a bunch of masks and shit, they do wear the spikes and chains and they have the head shaved, but they have a certain look. I like it. This music. I hear that music, I wanted to start fucking smashing people, man. So check it out. Sepulchral Chance of Self-Destruction. It's on Werewolf Records. Came out this year. And you fuckers don't want to buy it. It's on Amazon, Apple Music. I stream music, but I like to buy this shit too, because you stream it, listen to it one time and forget about it, versus having the actual fucking album. You remember it. Plus you look at the pictures and shit. So that's finishing all the Blood Chalice. And that's my, I don't want to say top 10, just some of my favorite albums. Again, I have hundreds of favorite albums, and what's yours? I mean, what the fucking album? What are you listening to right now? I know the typical shit, Bathory and all that. Yeah, I love all that. That's classic. Venom, whatever. But everybody knows that shit. You don't need to hear that from me. I don't want to hear from you because I know I love it too. But what are you listening to? Let me know. What the fuck's up? Listening to Cradle of Filth? Oh shit. Alright, fuck off.